Are unresolved conflicts and misunderstandings straining your relationships? Feeling frustrated when your apologies fall flat? Do you ever wonder why "I'm sorry" doesn't seem to cut it anymore? If any of these questions sound familiar, then today's video is exactly what you need. Learn to speak the apology language your loved one truly understands and uncover the missing piece to repairing your relationships. Hi, I'm Jennifer Jumis, a voiceover artist as well as a licensed clinical psychologist for almost 25 years. Conflict is an inevitable part of any relationship, but what happens when a simple "I'm sorry" isn't enough? I'm going to teach you all about the different parts or styles to an apology, giving you specific examples of what you can say and what mistakes to avoid. With this in mind, you'll be better able to make meaningful apologies and to recognize the efforts your partner is making as well. You may even want to share this video with them to help explain what you need differently from them to really feel like they are sorry. Many of us struggle to effectively apologize, leaving wounds unhealed and relationships strained. This disconnect often stems from a lack of understanding about how individuals prefer to give and receive apologies, leading to further hurt and resentment. Just like I explained in the love language videos, where we each have a preferred style of giving and receiving affection, we also tend to have a preferred way of needing to hear someone apologize to us. If that isn't met, we don't feel like their apology is real, and the hurt continues. We may even escalate the conflict by telling our partner, "You don't mean it, you aren't really sorry," which will only put them on the defensive and create more hurt and less understanding. So if you've seen my other videos, you may be familiar with the idea of different love languages, first discussed by Gary Chapman. I will put the link below in the description, along with a link to his books and his official resources. But he also wrote a book about 5 apology languages that I found extremely helpful in understanding why some apologies just fell flat with me and didn't make me feel any better. And it taught me to be aware of what my loved ones might need to hear from me to mend hurt feelings. So the first step is expressing regret. This is basically saying, "I'm sorry." Expressing regret focuses on what you did or failed to do and how it affected the other person. It can start with "I'm sorry," but it goes beyond those words to acknowledge the specific harm or inconvenience caused and conveys genuine sorrow for it. So be specific about what you did and how it likely impacted them. Some mistakes with this piece are saying, "I'm sorry you feel that way." This is a passive statement implying you had no part in their hurt feelings. Also, saying, "I'm sorry, but," seems to justify what you did and negates the apology. Also, don't say you're sorry in order to get them to apologize back for something. This is manipulative and implies that if we're both at fault, then we're even, and that negates the apology as well. The next step is accepting responsibility. I was wrong. Accepting responsibility involves owning up to one's actions and their consequences without making excuses or shifting blame onto others. This can be really hard for some people, especially if they feel shame around admitting any mistake at all. This motivates them to blame others, the situation, or anything other than taking personal responsibility for what they did. But this part is vital if you want your apology to be sincere. Next is making restitution. What can I do to make it right or better? It's in our nature to want a sense of fairness and balance to be restored after a wrongdoing. In our legal system, offenders must make amends by paying a fine or going to jail or losing something. In our personal relationships, making amends is more about restoring the sense of safety and love. To the person who was hurt, they may question, "How could they hurt me like this if they loved me?" In addition to hearing, "I'm sorry, I was wrong," they may need to hear that you want to do something to show your love for them, to repair the breach that they felt. Now, what exactly they need you to do can vary greatly, but if you know their primary love language, that will give you a head start on figuring it out. For example, someone with words of affirmation as their primary love language may crave hearing you tell them what you love and appreciate about them, while someone with acts of service may need you to do something that either corrects the problem or at least makes their day easier by lightening their load. And another person whose primary love language is receiving gifts would feel better if you gave them something meaningful, even the stereotypic example of giving flowers. With quality time, giving them your undivided attention by looking them in the eye, maybe even taking hold of their hand in yours while you offer a sincere apology, and take time to hear them out will go a long way. And finally, someone with physical touch as a primary love language may benefit from a bear hug, a shoulder massage, or snuggling close as you express your apology. Even still, restitution may require repayment or replacement of something lost or damaged, if you damaged their car or stained a shirt that you borrowed, etc. The next step is genuinely changing. I will really work hard to not do that again. This entails demonstrating a sincere commitment to change by taking proactive steps to prevent similar mistakes in the future. Again, without this step, you might smooth over the current hurt, but you have not repaired the relationship or given your loved one reason to trust you again. You may be sorry and regret hurting them, but without letting them know you are willing to change and have a plan in mind to do so, the apology falls flat at best. Sometimes people have a hard time saying, "I will change," because they're afraid that they have to be 100% perfect in that change. Or they might feel like, it's just who I am, and that they can't change. If this is you, really consider how this belief is holding you back and preventing healing and connection. The last step is requesting forgiveness. Will you please forgive me? It's humbly asking for the other person's forgiveness and giving them the space to grant it in their own time, without pressure or expectation. If this is your partner's preferred apology language, requesting forgiveness indicates that you want to see the relationship fully restored, that you recognize you did something wrong, and that you are willing to put the future of the relationship in their hands. This requires letting go of control and being patient, and even being vulnerable to potential rejection. Nevertheless, it may be exactly what is needed to heal the relationship. So remember that although no relationship is without tension or misunderstanding and hurt feelings, a sincere and complete apology, followed by changed behavior, can not only heal the hurt from that one incident, but actually can build a closer connection where you can trust that each other's apologies are authentic and meaningful. Practice working on the parts of the apology style that may not come naturally to you, but that your partner finds essential. And work to teach your partner what you need from them so that hurt and resentment don't continue to build and erode your relationship. If you'd like more tips on relationships and mental health and well-being, make sure to click that subscribe button and notification bell so that you don't miss out on my next videos. And if you're looking for a voiceover artist to bring your project to life, email me a portion of your script and I'd be happy to send you a sample recording of your script with my voice. Until then, be well.